Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we are gonna be talking about Buggy from One Piece, Buggy the Clown. We are nearly at the end of the year and I wanted to do some special drawings and this is one of those. I have a very probably controversial theory about Buggy and what is he gonna be doing towards the end of the story. And I think now, as a kind of celebration that I've been a couple of months already doing this and we're closing the year, almost there, it will be nice to do this character. So to say it plain, I think Buggy may be ending as for a short period of time or a snippet in time being king of the world. And I know this is crazy, I know this is very crazy concept, but if you think about it, when we have Buggy introducing the story and he's arguing with Luffy and fighting with Luffy wants to be the king of the pirates and he says this to Buggy a couple of times, and then Buggy gets really upset about it. All of this without us knowing the backstory of Buggy. He gets very upset about it and he said, if you are gonna be king of the pirates, what I'm gonna be? God? Or I'm gonna be king of the world as well. So I think Buggy definitely, because the luck that he has, like Luffy, is a very lucky character and it's about destiny, like always Blackbeard is talking. I think he probably is gonna be ending up being, for a moment, when I say king of the world, I'm not saying it in the sense of the word that he is gonna rule everyone. I'm saying it in the sense that the empty throne that we have seen in Marijua, that actually is not empty, it belongs to Imu, and we have this the pickable character called Stelly that wants to sit on it, no? But he's not gonna do it. But there is gonna be someone that it is actually gonna be doing it, and this is gonna be Buggy. There's a lot of things about Rox, if Rox wanted to be the king of the world as well, and everything, and I think Buggy is connected to Rox because Roger's story, and even it could even be more. It could even be, now that we are having all this lore about Shanks and all these god knights and family names for the Tenryubitos and everything, and it wouldn't surprise me if they say, when they reveal Rox, that he has blue hair and it is Buggy's father, let's say, because the timeline would fit, because the ages. But I'm not gonna go in that lane today. What I wanna talk about is Buggy is a rising star, like Luffy, and this has been put in the newspaper, in the story, because his character, because his nakamas and everyone, they have been mentioning these things. So it will totally make sense if Buggy ends up in the highest position ever without even realizing, like it is happening with him all the time, okay? So I want to go a little bit backwards in this, in kind of this theory, because so we can understand everything. So at the moment, if you are following the manga and the anime and everything, we have Buggy. Buggy is the leader. It is not the leader, but he is actually seen as the leader of the Cross Guild Alliance that it holds, it contains Mihawk and Crocodile and him, okay? So he is called now Buggy the Bombastic Clown. That is bomb. What is Buggy's specialty and what is Buggy's introduction in Orange Town that we see him, and why is he so feared? Apart from being the first Akuma no Mi fruit user, apart from Luffy, he's feared because he has this boogie ball that it's a massive cannonball that is destroying entire towns. Okay, and coincidentally now they call him Buggy the Bombastic. We have seen in Impel Down, just going a little bit forward in time because from this, we have seen in Impel Down that he still has this bomb, but now he's kind of an inventor in some sense, a little bit like Frankie, because he was able to contain this power in a small ball, and this small ball he has it in the tip of the feet on the shoe, so he can shoot this. That buggy ball, in this case now it's called Muggy Ball, and Luffy was mocking him like, oh, this was so scary when we met in Orange Town, and now you changed the name. It was cool that he had your name. So in this sense, so even Luffy is recognizing that this is dangerous. That Muggy Ball was able to throw in distance and to kind of knock out a little bit the Minotaurus, the awakened fruit user, wrongly awakened fruit user Minotaurus. Okay. So Buggy is a character that even in his weekly appearance, like Usopp, that they look weak and they are scared all the time and they are escaping all the time, Buggy and Blackbeard, it is confirmed by Oda that they are his favorite villains, two of his favorite characters. That means that they will do big things in the story the whole time. So every single time we have these two characters in the screen, Buggy or Blackbeard, they are doing greatness, okay? And I totally understand as well, because the writing of the story and how the preferences of Oda, and Oda has seen this, has said that these two characters are the most pirate-looking or pirate-focused crews, with the recruiting, with Buggy at the beginning, with Blackbeard, with the clothing as well, with the craziness of the characters. So these characters will do many big things as they are doing already. So as a support character for Luffy, let's say support character for Luffy, that Buggy has been since the very beginning, and first antagonist and then support character. Okay, we have seen Buggy traveling around the world, following Luffy, going into the Grand Line, going into the New World, making alliances with very strong people, and he has managed to survive. And this is a very funny thing, a very interesting thing if you think about it, because he is actually doing exactly the same thing that Luffy is doing, because his charisma and because his attitude toward things, and lately since Impel Down, because it has been revealed that he was one of Roger's men, even if he just was an apprentice in the ship like Shanks. We have this character that has been built up for greatness. Okay. Here we are going totally outside of the frame, but it's okay, because the important part of the character we will keep it inside in the center, that is Buggy here sitting. Okay, so here we are just gonna be doing some small details like this. Yeah, he's sitting. This scene, if you remember, is his introduction, and he has this hand here, but the other hand is hidden because he is not using the hand. He's showing this mystery power that he has, and implying fear to his men. And yeah, so to To define the concept of this theory is basically, I think he is gonna be sitting in the throne of the king for a bit, like we have here him in his introduction. As I always say in every single one of my videos, One Piece was meant to last 5 years. And if this kingly introduction of a character, piratey introduction character, is been so remarkable and so important for Buggy, and it showed the crazy character of this character, it will make totally sense for me if, because he's dumb luck, like Luffy, and like Zoro, he will build up to that, and he's at the moment already building up to that since being one of the most feared pirates in the East Blue, to keep going, making alliances, getting into Impel Down, Shichibukai, escaping Impel Down, Shichibukai, going to Marineford, being recognized, now Yonko, and now in the climax, like Luffy in the climax, being Yonko, and pulling his group to go to find the One Piece. So I think Luffy, I think Buggy's story, it's about a story about sadness and regret. And that's why we see a dark Buggy since the very beginning. And he is a bad character. He's the only character from Roger's group that we have seen so far that is bad. That he is bad since the very beginning. He's selfish character. He is hateful at the beginning because the whole destroy power that he has and he's doing with the towns and everything, and is hated. But as soon as we build and we spend time with him, we see that he's a silly character, and he he may seem bad, but his actions and everything, they kind of, is like a Usopp character, I would say. He's very bad. The whole time he's very bad, but in a different way than Crocodile, or in a different way than Doflamingo, for example. Okay, this is looking very nice. We have more or less the main shapes here, and I think in a moment we are gonna start. Doing the line work in a second. Okay. So Buggy starts fighting with Luffy, has this fight, and he gets tangled with, he gets tied up with a rope. Nami does this, okay. And then, if you read the manga, there's this mini story of him, that he flies away and he goes into the middle of the sea. He's rowing with a canoe in the middle of the sea, and you have this. Let's start with the lines. You have this. He joins a little bit with Gaimon, and then he decides to sail again. He makes friends with Gaimon. He decides to sail again, and then he's attacked by a massive crab as well. And let's do the nose. The nose is very, very important here. Well, the thing is that he ends up being with Alvida. Okay. Alvida is the first enemy that Luffy defeats in the main story, okay, and we see him doing so and saving Kobe with this. I will 100% do a video about Alvida, because I think Alvida is the one that is gonna put Luffy in a situation that we as a reader will be scared of Luffy dying. I think Alvida is gonna betray Buggy and the whole group, and that's when Kobe is gonna have to be involved and save Luffy in somehow and capture Alvida. But let's do this. This is the mouth is under the nose. If you've seen that drawing, that introduction, it is like this, so it's more, a little bit more scary. Like this. Okay. Buggy then, when he reaches lockdown and everything, is the only character in the whole story that it is so close to kill Luffy, because he's gonna execute him and everything, and that is something as well. It's like a medal to give to Buggy, because not even the Flamingo, not even, well, apart from Magellan, I think no one has ever been so close of killing Luffy. Let's do like this. Yes, big ears. Okay. Yeah, something like this it can be. And what do they have? Okay. I would have liked to do Buggy a little bit more loose. Like I do some characters, because he's like, I'm trying, unconsciously I'm taking it more serious because he's Buggy, and I really like this character, and I want to do it right, but I think I'm trying to pay too much attention to the drawing at this time. I should loosen up a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So basically, as I said, I love Buggy, and I think he's meant for greatness, and soon we are going to be seeing a lot of improvement on his side and taking leadership of the Cross Guild and everything. I have a couple of theories, or one of my biggest theories in the channel. Check this a little bit, maybe when you finish this, because it's very interesting, about the ancient weapons and crocodile, and you know, it's tightly connected to Buggy then, because he's this so-called leader of this organization now, and I think this group is gonna get hold of at least Pluton, that is this battleship. I think it's a war battleship, and check out my video about Pluton and Iceberg, and you will understand. But I think it's this battleship that it's Underwater 7. And I think these guys, when they get this weapon, they will use it in Elbaf. And why do I say this? I say this because, as I was explaining before, Buggy is the Bombastic Clown, and even if Crocodile pulls the trigger, and shoots this massive battleship weapon and destroys, I think this is meant to destroy the Adam Tree. The government, or Morgans, in the newspaper, what we've seen, and the full Buggy's crew, they will give this win to Buggy. So Buggy, as I said before, the Bombastic Clown. Bombastic is bomb, and we see him with the Muggy Ball, with the Boogie Ball as well. So that's telling me explosions are coming, and soon. And he will be hanging the medal on his side, like he has done that, but he actually didn't do it. I think I have this massive theory about the ancient weapons and Elbaf, etc., and Crocodile, and I think as we have this parallelism with the Sky Saga, and they have to destroy and cut this vine, this jack vine, and it falls. First Viper shoots the dial, the ancient dial, and explodes half of the vase, and then Zorro cuts the other half, and is hanging, and then Usopp does Usopp Gomu with elastic band, and then the vine falls. These three characters are representing the three characters in the Coach Guild, in my opinion, and I think that's how it's gonna be going through Elbaf. I think these guys will show up there, looking for Luffy, looking for fight, looking for government. They will already have the weapon because on the side something happened in maybe Iceberg discovered the weapon while digging, constructing his ship, and these guys will get it. They need to get it. They need this destruction power to be able to carry on inside the story. Well, it will make sense, as I'm saying, that Buggy is blamed for this destruction. Let's see, this clown, this kind of shoes like this, that I said I always like to do the shoes on my way like this. Yeah. Okay. And then here it may look a little bit weird because I want to try to do it how it is, that in theory he has this kind of pirate cape rolling from behind, and it shows this is all kind of hairy, and then it comes here on the front. Let's do this. Let's do something like this here. Okay. And it falls here on the front, but all of this leg that it will be good to show it is actually like laying here. So let's see how it's gonna look at the end, because the perspective is a little bit weird. And it can end up being nice. Okay, yeah, as I said, this is perspective like this. Okay. He's like in steps, like in the drawing that I did for Imo. He has like a couple of steps like this. Let's say that this is grass or lower ground, there's steps, that's the back. And there is gonna be more here, another line of steps here at the back to hold the back side. And let's do some details like Oda sometimes does like this. Some lines. So Buggy, if you think that I'm going too crazy with this theory about Buggy sitting on the throne, being the king of the world for a minimum time, for a very, very small portion of time maybe, but he's the only person that I think is gonna be able to do that and sit on the throne. I don't think there's gonna be a Stelly or a Luffy or a Crocodile or any of these characters are gonna be sitting there in the throne. Okay, we have one line. This is gonna be a second line of a little bit the color there. We'll do a third line here. Okay, that should be good. Yeah. So this is the cape, and this is the cape, and it will hang in here. I think, okay, and this is the other one. Okay, I'm liking how it's looking so far. Let's do like this. And how this is falling here. I will do this shape. And then this is cape as well. Cape, the sleeve, the cape. And here at the back too. Okay. And now we do this part as well like this. Okay, I think I kind of got it here. This is the seed. And these two. And then we do a little bit the hair. That this is confirmed by Yoda. We see him impel down that this at the beginning is hair, is his own hair falling there. Okay. And now this will go like this. Okay. Something like this. Something like this is looking very nice. And now we do, because this is actually like a throne, but it has these kind of beams at the back. We will paint in a moment. I like it. I like it very much. Now let's add some colors. There's a lot of red, a lot of orange, a lot of blue, so let's, as we always do, erase a little bit the base color. I went for blue because blue is Buggy's color, but in this reference from the beginning of the story, Buggy is more orangey and turquoise color. So let's see how it's gonna be looking. Okay, this will do. Yeah, as I was saying before, just feel free to talk in the comments, theorize with me in the comments, say if this is too crazy, this concept and this idea is too crazy, that this is never gonna happen, or this may happen. And we have seen, to be honest, Buggy was in Roger's crew. He has survived the Grand Line, the New World. He has almost been in the last island. Okay, he was in Lodestar, but around that area he had to stay because he fell ill suddenly. That's a funny coincidence, because Shanks stayed with him, but at the same time he was the only one so far that we know with Akuma no Mi power. So can it be somehow that if you have a fruit power and you are approaching to this famous area that everyone is trying to find, Raftel, you may fall ill because the fruit, some sort of connections with the fruit? It can be. It can be, because they didn't explain this. I think we need a mini flashback since Buggy's perspective, and this will happen very soon. Very soon, because I have this theory as well. Please check out the video about Shanks, that Shanks is gonna die. And with this whole cross guild involved, the cross guild is gonna be close. The Buggy is gonna be holding his head while he dies, as we've seen Luffy doing this with Ace, because Buggy is his brother. And Oden says this. I don't know if they are brothers or they are sworn enemies. I don't know what's going on with these two guys, but the dynamics and the friendship is very weird for me. And Oden stresses this a couple of times in his memories, okay, in the writings. So once I see this moment of Blackbeard. Okay, Blackbeard has killed or completely destroyed Shanks. Okay, and Buggy is there, Mihawk is there. Mihawk needs to see this as well. And Buggy is holding his head, crying. That's gonna be one of those moments that we are gonna cry too. Gonna be crying there, and they are gonna be saying, Shanks is gonna be saying, Buggy, I'm sorry, I failed you. I had to do this and this for a captain, I'm sorry I failed you, because Buggy becomes bad and becomes resentful, and not because the Akuma no Mi that he hates because of Shanks, or not because the treasure that he's not able to swim. He becomes resentful for real, and he hates Shanks to the god afterwards. And that's what actually, at least what he shows, okay, when Shanks, after the execution of Roger, Shanks, he says, you are gonna be the next, let's go to find the thing here. Buggy was gonna go with him. Buggy was gonna go with him, his best friend, his brother. And he says, oh no, Buggy, I'm not gonna do that. Not at the moment, I will. Shanks didn't feel ready for this. We don't have context or info to know why yet, okay? The only thing that we know is that Shanks didn't feel ready or didn't wanna go yet, and he didn't go. And Buggy thought that yes, because Buggy had high expectations of him, and he wanted Shanks to become the next Roger. But this was a disappointment for Buggy, and he thought this was a fail. This was a fail. And that's why he grew so resentful and he became bad. But as we have seen him interacting, with the let's see, how's the lines here on the ice tool? We'll do in a second the lines as well. As we have seen him interacting with Luffy, that it reminds him so much to Shanks, we have seen the true Buggy. The Buggy that is Buggy when he's a kid. Like, he is childish, he's crazy, he wants to fight all the time, he wants to escape all the time. He's like a kid. He's a very playful character. And we are gonna see that character again with the killing of Shanks. And I see a big apology. I see a big apology and Buggy there, kind of idiot. Don't say these things, blah blah blah. I knew it the whole time, but I didn't accept it. It's kind of one of these brotherhood things that is gonna happen. 100%. I expect that. And at the same time, this is gonna upset. I think Shanks will die in Buggy's hands, and he will say, please tell Luffy that I'm sorry, he will not be able to return the hat. And Buggy, you're gonna have to pass this message, and that's how Luffy will know that Shanks is dead, because Buggy will tell him. I always thought that, and it can be a very emotional moment, because these two brotherhood characters. Let's see. So I think Buggy is gonna be holding Shanks. He's gonna say Luffy this and that about the hat, and Buggy is gonna grow very, very resentful towards Blackbeard, because Blackbeard is the one who is gonna kill him. And I think Blackbeard, because these three characters are connected. These two kids in Roger are looking at the other kid in the other crew, in Whitebeard crew, that is Blackbeard, and they are talking about, oh, look at that, look at this. Look at that, look at this. This guy hasn't slept in so many days, like 3 days. Oh, this is so weird. And they talk about, no, it's because he comes from a cold place, and the people from there don't sleep or they die. They start to talk a little bit about this. It's some small bombs that Oda is dropping there about lore regarding Blackbeard, and it is very interesting. That's foreshadowing of the end of Shanks and the rivalry with Shanks and Blackbeard. That always, in all the covers, all the drawings, they are counterparts. Shanks is here, Blackbeard is here. Shanks is here, Blackbeard is here. Every single time. So this thing needs to culminate, and as the announcement from this year has been made already, this needs to culminate with a fight. I think that's the fight that Oda is mentioning, and with Shanks dying. And as Buggy grows resentful, he needs to lose his mind like Luffy did with Ace, and he needs to go crazy and awaken the Bara Bara no Mi. Why he needs to awaken the Bara Bara no Mi? They say that the awakened fruit is the person who has mastered the fruit so much that is able to push it to the next level. What does Buggy do since day one that we have seen in the series? Use his power. He doesn't fight without his power. He doesn't run without his power. He's running in Impel Down, in pieces, floating. He's flying around, carrying Luffy. In Marineford, he's moving around. He saves Jinbei and Luffy and all these things. Now, being the leader of the Cross Guild, what is he doing the whole time? He's wearing this kind of massive pirate cape and the massive hat, and he extended his body, he extended his limbs to reach this, to appear that he looks like a giant and he's bigger than he in theory is, okay? And what's that? That's telling me that Oda is preparing him to awaken the fruit. The shoes are brown reddish, so let's gonna do a first round of brown and then another one of red here, like this. Tell me what you think about Luffy's awakening in the comments, and let's open discussion about this, because I think it is a very, very interesting topic for me, in my opinion, okay? And there is a fan art of Buggy doing his power around him, like the Paramecia awakening, and everything is in small cubes. I think that's exactly what is gonna happen. This escape. This here, this corner escape as well, so it needs to be orange. I think we are all of us, including me, all crazy already thinking about the pairs. Oh, who's gonna be Zoro's fight? Who's gonna be Sanji's fight from the Blackbeard Pirates? I think there's gonna be a Blueno situation with Buggy and Blackbeard. And Blackbeard is gonna be escaping from the scenario like, you clown. It's gonna be mocking him, you clown, go and tell Straw Hat this and that, I kill his hero, blah blah blah, or whatever he's gonna be saying. Focusing in Buggy, he will awaken the fruit and he will start doing Bara Bara power around him. Crocodile is gonna be scared and he's gonna be thinking, what is going on with this? Mihawk is gonna be like, actually this guy had power, eh? Hidden power. Obviously, he was one of Roger Pirates. And then we will see one of the characters, probably San Juan Wolf, that is the biggest, or San Juan Wolf, I will say, or Jesus Burgess, that is the fighter. I think one of these two characters that for me, they look physically the strongest characters. He's gonna get one of these two in his range, in his 200 range meters that he has, or maybe because the awakening, that range expands a little bit more. He's gonna get one of these. I'm gonna paint this. I don't remember the color of the throne, but I'm gonna paint it gold. And that will be beautiful if Buggy, in a nervous attack that he's having there, and he's so upset, he's gonna Vara Vara awakening and catch one of the bad guys, the strongest physically, let's say Jesus Burgess. I would like more Jesus Burgess, because we are familiar with him and we know him since Mocktown and Bellamy Saga, okay? So if he does that, and manages to catch in this frenzy of power Jesus Burgess and make him into pieces, alive alive but into pieces there. How Blackbeard, they are not nakama, they are in an alliance, like they have common goals, they want similar things, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay. They want similar things, okay? So Blackbeard is not gonna go back for him. He's not gonna fight to recover him. He's gonna, Jesus Burgess, oh sorry Burgess, he got you bad, and they're gonna go. They're gonna go. So imagine, you just imagine if that happens. Imagine if that happens, and everyone is in shock of seeing Buggy so upset, so crazy, awakening the fruit and everything. And then how he has no idea about how to control it, because it's the next level. Obviously he may lose consciousness, blah blah blah, etc. And then Mihawk and Crocodile are gonna have to take him because he's the face of the organization, or even his loyal Mr. 3. I mean, Mr. 3 I think is loyal to him. Well, not loyal to him, but they have as well this kind of brotherhood between them. And even if now when the Crocodile thing happened and he was gonna go, he said, you know, I am gonna go, I'm gonna join Crocodile again. Even if that happened, I don't think in a true situation Mr. 3 will abandon him. Moji, Kabaji, Albida, yes, we've seen him already, that when they take him to Impel Down, they are like, oh, Captain, we are real sorry for you, we love you, but we don't want to die, so we're not going to go and help you. And, yeah, and at some point, I think as well, later on in the story, at the very end, when Luffy's almost there, getting what he wants, almost there, we will have this... let's choose a little bit, this can be interesting for the throne as well. We will see this moment that Luffy is gonna get almost to what he wants, and Albida is gonna cut him somehow. Albida is gonna be in the middle of that, because Albida wants to kill Luffy. Albida is not playing funny like we have Buggy playing funny the whole time with Luffy. So Albida is there for a reason, and he's gonna attack Luffy when he's not expected, and Buggy is gonna have to kind of stop her a little bit, but Kobe is the one who is gonna capture her 100%, because he promised. Kobe promised this. So as you see, this video, I'm taking my time. I don't know how long it's gonna be at the end, to be honest, because I'm kind of enjoying the comments about Buggy and what Buggy can be doing for the very end of the story. I think if you have seen, it broke the tip. If you have seen my previous videos, I have this kind of idea that Cross Guild will end up in Elbaf having one of the ancient weapons. The Pluton, they will use it, and together they will be able to destroy with the group, with Luffy's group. They will be able to destroy the Adam tree that is there with these weapons and their power and the Muggy Ball, and all of them are gonna fall in Marijoa, and that's the battle there against the Gorusei, rest of the Gorusei and Imu, etc. they're happening, and in this whole mess, Buggy is gonna sneak somehow, and he's gonna sit there, and probably Morgans will see him sitting exactly in this pose, like he's the boss and he's the king of the world. For one reason or another, Morgans needs to be there and needs to take a picture of Buggy. Take a picture of Buggy and put it on the newspapers. And it's gonna be the cool news, crazy news. We have Buggy the Clown, the Bombastic Clown, the king of the world, something like this. Is gonna be even announced. And he will not realize that someone took a picture of him. That could be, if that happens, Oda is like to make 1,000 statues of Oda, because that will be crazy. That will be totally crazy. I'm gonna add now a little bit of black. I always like to add black because I think we are kind of almost there. So let's do with the cape. It's like a washed color, like it's dirty. I like it because it's a pirate and it's not supposed to be clean. One of the things that sometimes I would like to see more in One Piece, it's dirty pirates. Because everything is really clean. Like this, something like this, yeah. So yeah, tell me what you think. I may be a little bit crazy with this concept, but at the same time, I'm sure you are thinking, wait a minute, he is actually, the whole time, he became super famous, 15 millions in the East Blue, it's a lot. 15 millions in the East Blue, and then he's been growing, and then all the thing with Albedo happened, and then he goes into Impel Down, and then he becomes Shichibukai, because they see these connections with Shanks, Roger, Luffy, Rayleigh, etc. He has traveled the world many times with Roger. He becomes Shichibukai, very feared Shichibukai. He has his business, this buggy delivery. He borrows money from Crocodile to start this business, and then when the Shichibukais are revoked, I think it's Stainless, Vice Admiral Stainless goes to capture him, and he gets so upset, like, oh my god, let's fight him. This is again the pirate. This is what pirates in real life used to do. The pirates in real life, they weren't actually fighting straight away. They were sneaking, they were like him and Blackbeard. They were attacking from behind, they were escaping, and later coming back and do an ambush. This is Buggy. The pirate, if you define a pirate, is Buggy and Blackbeard. And that's how you see that those are Oda's favorite characters, because they do these piratey things that the other ones don't do. Luffy will fight directly, Zoro will fight directly, Whitebeard will fight directly, Roger will see someone like Whitebeard or Oden and he will fight directly. The pirate is Buggy and Blackbeard. That they sneak from behind, and when they have the opportunity, like a snake, they bite. Okay? So we will see. We see how Buggy becomes the Shichibukai, has his business, and then Crocodile, when Stainless arrives, Crocodile is coming back for him. He's going, hey, I have this business that I want to do, that is becoming Yonko. Give me back my money. And Buggy's like, oh, I don't have it, I'm sorry, I will work for you, my business will be your business. And then he says, okay, I accept this deal, you work for me now. And then Mihawk as well is there, and etc, etc. But we have these loyal followers of Buggy that they portray Buggy as the leader, and then Buggy is proclaimed as the leader of the Yonko, the leader of the Cross Guild. But this whole business is Crocodile and Mihawk. So yeah, when that happens, what do we have next? Yonko and Mihawk and Crocodile are upset about this, about, oh, why did you do this? And he's like, no, it wasn't me, it was my followers, oh my god. And what happens there? That Buggy has once more one of his speeches, like, oh my god, now I'm like Shanks, I'm a Yonko like Shanks, I'm at his level, let's go and find the One Piece. And everyone goes crazy. So that means that they will gonna go now for the One Piece too. Why, if we have seen this star risen so high, with such dumb luck, why we will not see him as king of the world for a moment, or even announced in the news coup? And he yeah, he's gonna be sitting in the throne room like this, like he's the boss, they are gonna see him, and I think the whole internet is gonna go crazy if this happens. And I hope Oda does that, because it will be very poetic, very poetic, and with this bad face, like he made it. Like, look, Roger, look, Captain, I made it, and now I'm the king of the world. And then something happens, obviously, that a bomb explodes, and he flies away, and he falls down the ground, down the red line or something, and he ends up, following his story of silliness and thing. But for a moment, he was the king of the world, and he was there. And the whole thing as well, I think, with the One Piece and Raftel and everything, he is definitely gonna go to Raftel. He is gonna be in Raftel. Maybe it's one of those things that sometimes happens in mangas, that Luffy is not saying, I'm gonna be the next Pirate King. Luffy is saying, I'm gonna be the Pirate King. So if Buggy becomes the Pirate King for, let's say, 1 hour or 10 minutes, and then Luffy becomes the Pirate King for, 10 years, whatever, it will make sense for me too. It wouldn't surprise me, that's what I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we see Buggy the Clown becoming everything that he always wanted, becoming King of the Pirates that he wants, and then becoming more King of the world. Okay. I think the drawing is looking very, very nice. I think it's one of my favorite drawings so far in the whole channel. Hope you are enjoying as well the drawing and the theory. We are almost done. We're almost done here. Just gonna add some extra dark here and there, and do some lines on the sides, and we're done. But yeah, please check out the other videos I have. I talk a lot about the ancient weapons. I'll talk about Vista and Blackbeard, and why do I think they are nakamas. And I have a lot of concepts and ideas. If you like what you see, this content that I'm uploading lately, just like, subscribe, like in all the other channels. So I know that you are liking what I do, and I can do more and more. And yeah, slowly, just to build a little bit of content in the channel, so you can enjoy it as much as I enjoy One Piece. And yeah, so I think what the drawing is done, and now let's just do some details. The nose here is not red, it is white, so we're gonna leave it white. As we are seeing now, this super flashback with including Roger, including Rox, including everyone, and it's Kuma's flashback. I think we're gonna have a Buggy flashback as well, to know more about Shanks, instead of having a Shanks flashback. I see, after seeing what's happening with Kuma, I totally think this is what will happen with Buggy and with Shanks and with the storytelling going forward, to be honest. Okay. There's the hand, so I can see that he's like just being here, like being super cool here. Yeah. Looking nice. Looking very, very nice, Buggy. I actually haven't talked about this theory online, Buggy The Clown, and I don't think I want to go into this thing. Maybe another time I do another video about this, because I'm not sure about it. But if something I am sure is that if he is gonna be fighting the world government, even if he is actually not a D, or we don't know because nothing like this has been mentioned ever, this will be going into super crazy theory, but the D normally can be taken. You can take the D. You can be a D. like Sabo, and Luffy and A says, you wanna be a D, Sabo? Okay, you are a D now. You earn the D with your actions, like Nefertari, D, Lily, and everything. So it may be that because his actions against the government and in favor of the pirate world and everything, and following his captain dream as well, because he needs to have a bit of Roger's dream in him as well, we see actually Buggy becoming a D. That will be very interesting. If he's not a D already, it will be very interesting. And yeah, everyone is talking about when Rox is gonna show up. Maybe Rox is gonna have red hair, and oh my god, it's gonna be Shanks or whatever, familiar or whatever. I think I want Rox to have blue hair, and then everyone, I'm telling you, everything is gonna explode. Everything is gonna explode because we not people is not expecting to have a Buggy relationship like this, and if they are brothers, if Shanks and Buggy are brothers like this, and then they happen to say no, it's because we didn't find only one kid in God Valley. In one chest, we found in one chest was Shanks, and in another place, in another chest, we found this guy there. That will be crazy. That's why I don't want to go much into that now, but because we already finished, and I'm just doing the overline here, and we're done. But just think about it as a side note that maybe get ready because it may happen. It may happen, and it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. Okay, we have these. Yeah. Yeah, now yes. Okay. Okay, I need to paint this a little bit more black, and that's it. Looking good. Okay. I said a little bit more, where is the black color? A little bit more of black here. We need. Yeah, like this, and here too. On the cape. Buggy, the king of the world. There we are. We are ready. We are ready. Let's do the tongue. Yeah. Okay. I think we're done. I hope you guys liked the video. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23. You can say it as you want. And this is the Mandragon's Cave. As I said before, please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, and let's open discussions here or in any of other of the platforms you can find my videos, and let's pump a little bit theories, and let's see what we can find and what we can discover about the One Piece. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you enjoy the holidays as well. If I don't see you guys these days, and Thank you very much. Okay, bye.